This week on Ask the Council, when did the Black Panther ban all the mutants from Wakanda? So this week's question comes from Pietro Maximoff, and it's pretty simple. When did the Black Panther ban mutants from Wakanda? So to understand this event, let's take the time machine back to 2012 for the Avengers vs. X-Men event. The event saw the return of the Phoenix Force, setting up a battle between the Avengers and the X-Men, led by Phoenix Force enhanced mutants. These were Namor, Cyclops, Emma Frost, Magik, and Colossus. Starting around the end of issue 7 and throughout issue 8, we saw Prince Namor, after being egged on a little bit by Emma Frost, go out of his way to invade Wakanda in an attempt to regain Hope Summers. This was done under the mutant banner that was now being used by the 4 remaining empowered mutants. The invasion was massive and devastating. It involved the Atlantean army, as well as a horde of sea monsters carried by a massive flood brought on by the King of Atlantis himself. The battle eventually sees Namor confronted by a score of Avengers, who, after doing considerable damage to the city, finally take the Phoenix Force-powered mutant down. Following these events during Avengers vs. X-Men number 9, we get to see this little meetup between the Black Panther and his apologetic wife, Storm. Needless to say, this does not go well. T'Challa lets Aurora know that their marriage has now been annulled by the High Priest of the Panther clan, which coincidentally is T'Challa, and that she is no longer the Queen of Wakanda. But more importantly, he says this. He said the X-Men are now the enemies of the state of Wakanda. Now let's look at the quote. Since the attack, all X-Men have been officially branded enemies of Wakanda. Now he didn't say mutants. He never said all mutants. And he never says banned. He just says X-Men. At this time, this was post the No More Mutants event, and their numbers were pretty small, but T'Challa doesn't appear to make a blanket statement at all, and he's very specific about X-Men. And we know all mutants are not X-Men. Now, there's a secondary clue in Avengers vs. X-Men Consequences, issue number 1. Now, once this event is over, Wolverine goes and gathers a bunch of students from the school and brings them back to Wakanda in hopes to, help rebuild some of the demolished country after Namor's invasion. Now, as soon as they arrive, they are not welcomed warmly. They are almost immediately warned off by Storm and fired upon while Wakanda. And then we get this exchange between Storm and Wolverine. Now again, I don't think unwelcome means banned. It's not even close. Also keep in mind that Wolverine was fighting on the side of the Avengers during this event. So really, once we dig into this, to answer the question, when did T'Challa ban mutants, he didn't. When I first heard this, it really did sound sort of xenophobic for someone as enlightened as T'Challa, even under the emotional impact of the devastation. Turns out, he didn't. If you want the complete story of the Avengers vs. the X-Men event, I highly recommend reading it. It is available via Marvel Unlimited. But if you don't have that, check out the guys at Comic Storian. They did a great video summarizing the whole event, and you can check it out right here. If you like this video, click like and subscribe below. And if you have a question for the Comic Council, hit us up at Ask the Council or at CB Nostalgia on Twitter, and just tag it with the hashtag Ask the Council. Until next time, peace.